So on Good Friday, we have our eyes focused particularly on the cross. Actually, if you remember from last year, or if you're going to watch a streaming of the Good Friday liturgy, you might remember that there's actually a part in the liturgy where we have this adoration of the cross. The cross is brought out and there's this purple veil over it, and we go about showing the cross little by little, and we say 3 times, "Behold the wood of the cross on which hung the Savior of the world. O come, let us adore him." But the cross isn't just around us during on Good Friday. It's always present as a symbol of our faith. And in fact, when you go down the streets or when you're driving around, you might see crosses there from the street, from the highway. You might see it on, for example, the bell tower of churches, or there might be a roadside shrine. You might see a billboard with it on it. I remember one time in Texas, we were driving through with my family and we found this huge, massive cross, which is pretty appropriate that we found probably the biggest cross in the entire country in Texas. They just like to do things bigger down there. And this is good. This is something that can help people to think about God, to can elevate their minds to heavenly things. They can remind us of the price of our salvation, which is the cross. But the cross isn't supposed to be just up there, somewhere like on the roadside or like on top of buildings. The cross is something that needs to be brought down into our lives. The cross needs to be found amongst us. It shouldn't just be on buildings. It should be in our hearts. We, followers of the crucified one, should be marked by the cross. The cross should be present in our lives. It's not just something that we begin a prayer with, which is good, but it needs to be more than that. When people look at us, they need to see the crucified one. They need to see Jesus Christ. And that is something which is difficult. It's not easy to be a Christian. It's not easy to be a follower. It's not easy to act like a follower of Jesus Christ. But that struggle is precisely one of the ways in which we go about bringing other people to follow Jesus Christ. He himself said, "When I am lifted up on the cross, then I will draw everybody to myself." When we are lifted up on the cross, when the Christian life becomes difficult, when there is suffering in our lives, when there is a cross we have to carry, then we are going to draw people to him. So let us ask him who carried the cross to Calvary to always be at our side, so that we might, with courage, carry those crosses all the days of our life, and so bring that cross down from the rooftops and into our lives.